Hey there, YouTube, and welcome to Project O. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here. Just wanted to kind of drop a quick video on some updates going on. Been kind of busy this time of the year. It's kind of hours at for some odd reason hours at work slowed down, but I get busier. I get busier with no pay. That's kind of crazy. But that's just the way it is. So I'm one of those that I enjoy the holidays, but I can't wait for them to be over and put me back onto more of a normal type work schedule. But anyways, I'm still working in the background on a lot of stuff. I've got some 3D printed stuff that I've been working on as well. So if you guys need anything, just holler at me. I'm not a designer, but I can't, convert my files over and throw them in there and get some stuff printed up. Andrew's, if anybody's wondering, Andrew's doing pretty good. He had a few incidents here. Latest was yesterday. He had a seizure while he was laying in bed. Rolled over and got a black eye on his nightstand. A lot of people think, oh man, you have a seizure, you're standing up, you get hurt, but he was laying in bed and he just rolled out of bed. He's doing fine now. He just has like I said, he has a black eye, little shiner, and he's got a small abrasion to the side of his eye. But he's very resilient, and he's just going on about his day. So I'm gonna flip this over. I've got a cool kit that I picked up, and I just kind of want to show you guys. And then also my USAC, I'm printing the speakers for the bed. I haven't really gotten much done on it, but looking at some of these content creators' videos, I see that we have a lot of primer trucks still. So I think I'm not alone. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm kind of multitasking right now, watching a little bit of the football game, KC, doing a little bit of remedial training. I got to maintain my paramedic numbers, so every year we go through. So I got a little bit of a break in here, and I just want to show you guys what's going on. So I'm gonna turn it around. All right, everyone. So like I said, I'm kind of embarrassed to open up this guy. It is in full primer. It is ready to get its undercoat, because it is going outclad green. As a matter of fact, I got some of the stuff on the tree. The motor's almost done. My Z-rack. I haven't done anything to the chassis. Like I said, I do have some of the stuff for this on the tree. I'll show you guys a much better update here in a couple days when I get my butt working. As a matter of fact, today is Sunday evening, and I'm still waiting on word if they're gonna need me. If they're gonna need me out on a job site tonight. Obviously when it rains, construction, we don't really work, but we were scheduled to do a water tap from 11 to 3 this morning, or this evening into the morning. When it rains for us, I'm a training instructor at the company that I'm at. So for us, rain days are train days. So if we do go out tonight, tomorrow's going to be kind of hectic on me. I'll try to get this done. Maybe take me a nap for an hour or two, just in case they call me. I am on standby, and the bad weather seems to have passed already, but everything's just a soupy mess. So with that being said, I'll go ahead. I'm not going to show you the body of this kit Obviously, it is a Salvino's. It is a Salvino's NASCAR kit, next gen. But I got, for myself, I found out that working from the back and then the front and then finishing up in the middle gives me a lot better fit, as opposed to working from the front to the back like they used to on the beginning instructions when they first started coming out with these kits. And then I had found out that it was easier to work from the back to the front. Clay Kemp also said that. As a matter of fact, I think I got this from Clay Kemp, where he works from the front and then the back, and then scoots it to the middle. There is some points on the front and on the back that you have to shave down to get a nice fit. The tolerances are so tight on this kit. But all of the almost all the Salvino kits, they all share the same chassis, the same motor. Everything is pretty much the same with the exception of the body and the bumpers. I got a little bit of detailing on the engine if it focuses up there. Not too much. This is gift, so I don't want to really spoil it just in case that person happens to follow me. But every time I give him a model to build, he always ends up giving it back to me with just a couple pieces put together. So instead of just giving him a model of one of his favorite race car drivers and for him to build, I was going to build it for him and then give it to him for Christmas, along with some other stuff. But that way he can just display it as soon as he gets it. But what I really wanted to show you guys was this guy here. This is the Joe Gibbs 23 Toyota Camry, the TRD. I have opened it. Everything is still sealed up. I wanted to kind of do an unboxing really fast just to kind of go through this. Like I said, I have opened it, but everything is still in there. As a matter of fact, the kit that I'm working on now happens to be another Toyota. Hopefully I didn't say too much. But yeah, these kits, man, I really enjoy these kits here. Since this is the Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry, this is a full wrap, so this won't need paint. I'll just probably shoot a clear coat on this, just to give the decals a little bit more bite. I can wrap it over the plastic and then clear coat it, but I've kind of clear coating over the decals that come with this kit. I have found that if there's any kind of lift between the decal and the body, the Tamiya TS13 will chew it up. It looks gorgeous if it's not, but it is very difficult. And then when you have the hood and the louvers, many times you're gonna get those decals to flex in there, but a lot of times you're not gonna get them to sit all the way down to where they're touching plastic. They look really good, but that's one of the things that I have found out. So if it's not adhered to the plastic, it will eat them up. If the edges are lifted, it will eat them up. And when you go around some of these contours on the bottom and you don't cut it all the way flush, you will have some lifted edges, and it will start to eat them up. That way, if you build it up slow, small layers, you can get it done, but better safe than sorry. I shoot some poly on it before I start painting. These bodies, Salvino's got it down to where these bodies are just so good to work with. Molding, parting lines, hardly any. There was a time, like I said earlier on, that they had divots on the doors. I guess that's where they come off the mold. I guess that's where they get popped off the mold. But I think they've gotten them down. And every now and again you'll get one that has a plastic swirl. I guess where the plastic is fed into the mold, and it'll swirl, and as it sets, it'll create that little swirl. But they've gotten a whole lot better. These bodies, like I said, very little, if any, partition lines. And then they all come with the mud flaps now. They all come with the new Toyota, the Toyota bumper, or the brace for underneath the mold. I guess it's a lot easier for them to just add on a tree with a bumper as opposed to break the make line and pull out the bumper from the other mold. Like I said, all these kids, the only thing that changes is the front bumper mold. The body on all the kids is virtually the same. They have fixed a lot of the early issues that they had, like the missing rail. Even the newer Camaros are having the rails has been fixed. That issue has been fixed. The engine issue has also been fixed. There was a time where that front plate was not catching the front plate where you have your water pump and all that has the catches for the engine block, the motor mount. It wasn't catching, so they were putting in a separate piece in there. All of that has been cleared up. Again, it kind of be a waste of everybody's time for me to going through everything. Everything is real good. I have some resin 3D parts of a few things. I have fillers. I have the fuel fillers that I'm printing up now, actually, as we speak. I do have a resin 2-pack extinguishers with one of the mounts. Well, it actually has both mounts, but one of the mounts is kind of updated. So I'm still working on a few other things. They do give you the dash now, so I no longer have to cut my own dash. And all you have to do is just wrap it with a little bit of with a decal with a fiber carbon fiber pattern, and they look amazing. Little things like that really make this kit really pop. Everything else, again, goes together really cool. They give you on the pack that comes. They also give you the fuel. The air filter box that comes in from the front, from the front bumper. That's different on all three of the cars, and also the air filter for the vents. That's all different for all of them. And I actually have an air filter 3D piece it's actually for the Camaros, so you can leave the hood open, and all you have to do is cut out the vents, and when you open the hood, if you decide to hinge the hood, it keeps those vent louvers on the hood. It keeps them where they're supposed to be. But that's also a 3D printed piece that I have in them. Again, I'm not the designer by no means. I don't even know who designed it, but I know I got it and I'm going to use it. The glass is a glass. Nice job with it. But the thing everybody likes to see on these Salvino kits is the decals. And on this one here, since this is the Joe Gibbs Interstate, and all of his race teams use that that paint scheme, what they've done in this kit is that they've given you the option to do any of the cars. The decal, I mean the instruction sheet is still, they have modified it now to where their starting point is out actually on the back, and then they move to the front. It's clear, easy to read, and you get on this guy here you get 4 decals. You get your standard front bumper, headlights, side, rear lights, the windshield marking, so you no longer have to paint the borders. They really done it up. These decals are very easy, power slide, very easy to work with, and that's clean. Those are clean sheets. I mean, these are just amazing decals. Amazing decals. So that was a text. They're still waiting to see if we're gonna run tonight and make those water taps. Then the major sponsor. Each one of the teams had a slightly different Interstate Batteries side decal, just because of some of the contingency sponsors and their other sponsors take up some of the space on the rear quarter panel and just different decal placement. But you get both sides to whichever kit you decide to go with. Very nice, very nice. Like I said, it is, I don't know if you guys can see that there without a glare, but all the kits, whichever kit you go with, they all have the same wrap. I believe Clay Kemp is still doing these. So instead of giving you one whole side piece like you would get before, now he's been breaking them up, so they're a lot easier for you to put on. This is me personally. You don't have to, by no means, you don't have to follow anybody else's, but personally, for myself, when I have a lot of decals like this, or when I have decals that are going to cover, that are going to be matched pretty much hood and roof, Salvino's power slide decals, and the design, the way they have designed them, they are so good that you can actually, there's not a whole lot of slack, there's not a whole lot of play, so your hood decal is going to fit on there. You're not going to have to cut it much, if you have to cut it at all, but it is, they're jam up. But personally, going back to how I lay my decals, how I like to lay my decals, I like to start on the top and just work myself way to the outsides. So I start like in the middle, obviously the top being the middle of the kit, and then I work myself out. That way I don't start in the front and little by little, end up shorting just to get nice overlap and no gaps, and then shorting myself out on the back. So I start in the middle and work myself out, to the outsides. This is the wrap, side wraps, the rear, and then obviously you have your front pieces that wrap around your front bumper. These decals are the side decals for your main sponsor, and I will show you right now. As a matter of fact, it's what I was talking about. But these decals are nice to work with, so nice to work with. And then the big change, of course, is you have your number 11 Truex. You have your 19. You have your 19. Actually, your 19 Truex. Your 11 Denny Hamlin. You know, you have your number 20 and your number 54. The on the roof decal, you now have, if y'all notice on these new kits, usually there's a camera in the back and the rear, with the, you know, the little antenna, the little small antenna nubs that they have. Well, they are now, and I don't know if you can see them here. I hope you can. Here, here, and here. You have no decal. So this is gapped open, that's gapped open, and that's gapped open. And if you look at your kit, you also have for your camera, your antenna, and I believe that's a rear camera. So it is kind of idiot proof and easy if all you do is place your decal where each one of those ports or, you know, obstructions that I told you go, then your decal will set in there and it'll be aligned and perfect. They've made it easy. Before you would have to set it and you just have to keep on putting on some solution on it, try to stretch it out. A majority of the time it would crack right there because it would dry out over time, leaving a little crack that you'd have to go back and touch up with some paint. But they've taken that away now by this guy here. Then when you get to the hood, like I said, you know, your hood, which is obviously right there, your hood decal for this particular kit, is going to fit on your hood perfectly. If you take your time, because they're nice and thin, easy to work with, but they can be a little bit difficult if you're not careful and you don't take your time. You don't want to scrunch it. You want to kind of hold it from an end, let it dangle, and then just place it as close as you can to it. One thing that I have found out, if you put your solution, your setting solution, like let's say Microset, or if you use the Tamiya, if you use the Tamiya softener, you know, whatever you use, make sure you have a very good, generous amount underneath. It is just liquid. It will just, you know, pretty much squeegee out or Q-tip out in this situation. But if you lay it on there, and then again, just like on the roof, you work from the middle to the outsides. Just make sure that you're always holding it in place so that it doesn't slide until you work out all the fluid from underneath. That's the easiest way that I have found. And since this hood decal is just about pretty much cut to size to fit this, just once you're done and it's set and it's not going anywhere, just a nice little wet amount on the top, and make sure that you dry it. If not, you're going to get water spots. And then you just dry it off, come back. If you still see that it's still not adhering, just do it again, let it set for a little bit, but make sure you dry it off every time, or you will get water spots. I don't think the instructions tell you. Now this is the instructions. This is the 4 different schemes. If y'all can see that. And then they give you one large scheme of all the over. So there's no paint on this kit. It's just all decals. But if you look at the front grill area, they don't give you what to place where, what goes first. As a matter of fact, I'm reading the sides here. Yeah, it's pretty much generic. Apply all the main graphics first, followed by the main sponsors. Then apply the Toyota specifics. So they really don't tell you what to place first. But I found it easiest as I put these down. Obviously, put down all the main ones. you have this little paint decal that goes on the little bridge right there. If I found out easier to put that down, and once that's set, just let it set overnight, let it set for a while, and then when you come back with your front grille decals, being those, they all have their slots that when they go inside, they all have their slots. They'll fit right in there. You know, just some decal setting solution will soften them up, get them tucked up nice and neat. These conform very fast, so you got to make sure that that you dry them off really good. And that's because they also give you these little black borders, so that if you do happen to get something not in alignment, these black borders, once you align these, and these are the ones that you just want to align, make sure that they are aligned nice and neat. And then when you come back with a black, that black just kind of brings everything together and tucks it up nice and neat. So you don't have no model color bleed through or anything. And I know that because I've been working on a different Camry. Nothing bad to say about these decals. If anybody gets any of these decals and they don't like them, send me an email, and I'll buy whatever you have left, because I like I said, these are nicely made decals. So just keep that in mind. If you're having a tough time and you don't want to deal with them, just give me a holler, and I'll buy what you have. Obviously make sure. Obviously, I'll just give you guys enough so that you can buy another set, or I'll buy you another set and trade you what you guys have. These decals are jam up decals. But anyway, I was kind of waiting to go through this kit here. I can't wait no more. I've been wanting to build this kit. I do have a good idea of what driver I'm gonna use. I mean, all these drivers are pretty good. I am a NASCAR fan. I don't have a driver in particular. I just like good drivers. I like talented drivers that can drive. And most of these guys, with the exception of one, they can drive. They can drive. I'm sure that one will come along, but all of these drivers are pretty jam up. So I still haven't decided which route I'm gonna go with that. But nonetheless, that's my spiel. That's where I wanted to just kind of throw it up there. I hope I didn't take up too much of anybody's time. I just did get a text. They still haven't decided if we are gonna go run around and play in the mud tonight. Just like anybody else, I can use the hours, but working in inclement weather like this is not the funnest thing when you're out in the slush, in the what I call soup. A lot of rain and dirt make soup. But nonetheless, I am keeping in mind whatever, or not keeping in mind, but I'm keeping up with everybody's group builds. To show you guys a little bit of what I got going on. I got a full 572 big block Chevy. I have that guy along with the tunnel ram. My tunnel ram. I do have the tunnel ram with a little hat for the scoop, or you can just put your velocity stacks on top of it. They're amazing. I do have the intake that has the separate carburetors, so you have options, or I have options. And then I also have where'd that guy go? Let me see. I know I got it. Oh, here it is. And I got the supercharger. So I can build the basic, I can build the air ram, or I can build it with a supercharger. If you guys are looking for something, if you guys are looking for a 572, just give me a holler. We'll work something out. I'll get them shipped out to you. I can resize it. That's a 125. I can resize it to a 124. Along with that, I have also been working on the Ford Coyote 5.0. This is a 124. Actually, I think I got it backwards. I think the other one's a 124. This is a 125. Nonetheless, this is a smaller one, the 5.0. And the 5.0, again, I can resize it. I do have two transmissions that go with this 5.0. They're both Tremec. I do have the conversion kit for the Predator. So along with the 5.0, if you want to do the Predator, all you're really changing is the intakes, the block, heads. Everything's pretty much the same. All you're really changing, again, like I said, is just your intake, and you're putting on the Predator intake on there. Along with that, I also have the I can't remember the Willys supercharger for that particular motor. Again, I do have two Tremec transmissions that go with that. You just have to let me know which one you want. I have a whole bunch of cool stuff that I've been shopping around, looking around for. I do have the fuel fillers, also resin pieces. I don't have any of those made. As a matter of fact, they're printing out now. So I got a lot of stuff going, and that's simply because I just enjoy building models. I give them away once I get done. A lot of times, people ask me to build something for them. I guess that's how I got going on working with NASCAR models, is because everybody would always ask me to build them a NASCAR model. Once I came to the South, once I came here to Georgia, everybody would say, "Hey, can you build me a number 3?" And a lot of times these people didn't know who the drivers were. They just like that brand. They just like that paint scheme. So a lot of times there was a, "Hey, can you build me a number 5 Levi Garrett?" And back in the day, they would change drivers as quick as they would change sponsors. So that was one issue that I always run into is what driver you want, because Levi Garrett had several drivers, Budweiser had several drivers. So it was always something different. But I guess that's why I ended up just liking to build stock cars, and I got a whole bunch of them, and I plan to build a whole bunch of them. And Andrew is looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are.
So that's about it. That's about all I got. I'll try to throw some more videos out there. I didn't mean to take up a lot of your guys' time. I don't want to take up a lot of my time. Like I said, I'm studying. Waiting on a go for tonight's job. So just hit me up if you're not a subscriber. Hit me up for a subscription. Go ahead and sub to me. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Andrew said, "Give me a thumbs up."
Turn on the notification bell.
and the notification bell. Andrew watches way too much YouTube. But anyways, guys.
No, I don't.
He said he does it. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys, past, future, and present subscribers. Y'all have a great night and a great week, and hopefully I'll put some more content out here pretty quick. Maybe get Andrew back on the bench with me. I enjoy watching his big head build models. So you guys have a good night. Enjoy your week.